long before the University of Oklahoma was established, the land on which the university now resides was the traditional home of the Hasine, Caddo Nation, and the Kitikitish, Wichita, and affiliated tribes. This land was also once part of the Muskogee Creek and Seminole Nations. We acknowledge this territory once also served as a hunting ground, a trade exchange point, and a migration route for the Apache, Comanche, Kiowa, and Osage nations. Today, 39 federally recognized tribal nations dwell in what is now the state of Oklahoma as a result of settler colonial policies designed to eliminate indigenous peoples. The University of Oklahoma recognizes the historical connection our university has with its indigenous community. We acknowledge, honor, and respect the diverse indigenous peoples connected to this land. We fully recognize, support, and advocate for the sovereign rights of all of Oklahoma's 39 tribal nations. This acknowledgement is aligned with our university's core value of creating a diverse and inclusive community. It is our institutional responsibility to recognize and acknowledge the people, culture, and history that make up our entire OU community. Thank you.
Good afternoon, and thank you all for coming today. I am Dr. Rebecca Bourne, Assistant Dean for Student Affairs for the Graduate College. I am honored to be the MC for a convocation this afternoon. I would like to introduce Kimberly Hassan, who will lead us in singing the Star-Spangled Banner. Kimberly works in the Department of Pediatrics and is the lead vocalist for the Unlikely Blues Band.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
At this time, I would like to introduce Provost Sanders. Jason R. Sanders, MD, MBA, is the Senior Vice President and Provost of the University of Oklahoma Health Sciences Center, with overall responsibility for its 7 colleges and clinical, educational, and research programs across the state, including OU Physicians, the Stevenson Cancer Center, and Harold Hamm Diabetes Center. He also serves as acting chair of the OU Medicine Health System and on the board of the University Hospitals Authority and Trust, with a focus on integration across the healthcare delivery system. Dr. Sanders provides patient care in internal medicine in OU Health Physicians and the University of Oklahoma Medical Center. He teaches medical students and residents, as well as courses in interprofessional practice, literature and medicine, and the business of medicine. He is a member of the Dean McGee Eye Institute, Greater Oklahoma City Chamber of Commerce, Oklahoma City Innovation District Board, United Way Board, Children's Hospital Foundation Advisory Board, Stevenson Cancer Center Leadership Council, Price College of Business MBA Advisory Board, and American Association of Medical Colleges Medical Center Leaders Caucus and Council of Teaching Hospitals. Dr. Sanders graduated with honors in biochemistry from the University of Oklahoma, studied English at Trinity College, Oxford as a Rhodes Scholar, and graduated from Harvard Medical School and Harvard Business School with distinction as Harvard's first combined MD-MBA program graduate. He completed residency training in internal medicine at the Massachusetts General Hospital, including projects in population health and care redesign, and worked in the private sector with major payers, hospitals, and pharmaceutical companies as a consultant with McKinsey & Company.
Hello, Jason Sanders, Senior Vice President and Provost of the OU Health Sciences Center. As you know, it's been a year of COVID. For this virtual filming, I'll take off my mask. Today, we're celebrating you, our students of the Graduate College here at the Health Sciences Center, as you go through this significant milestone in your personal lives and your career. We're joined by all those who've been along with you for the journey. Your classmates, your faculty, your mentors, your family, your friends, the support network who are with you before you came to the Health Science Center, who are with you during the hard days and the easier days as you're here as a student. And I know we'll be excited to celebrate and go forward with the steps that come next. I wish again that we could see each other in person. As you know, your final year of graduate college studies was in the midst of COVID. It'll be something that stays with you as for each of us, the rest of our lives, the memories, and they affect us all in different ways, but we acknowledge today that we carry it with you and we celebrate the achievement that you have done, unlike any graduating class at the Graduate College and the Health Science Center in recent decades. We hope that the resilience that you take from this experience stays with you in your personal life and your career. Some of you may have lost friends and family this year during COVID. Some of you may have had difficulty getting food or paying rent. Some of you may have difficulty with your research experiments in the laboratory or in the community setting because of the changes of COVID. Your resiliency is the reason you're here today. I want to particularly thank our faculty for similarly having the resilience to mentor you to this point today. As this is a unique year, I thought I would make my remarks today more personal and hopefully brief, as we know that the point is celebrating you and to hear the rest of the program. There are really a defined number of things each of us can do in our lifetime, of our time on earth, that make an enduring impact after we're gone. And I think in particular this year, how much a privilege it is for me to have had a small part in your education and training here at the Health Science Center. It's been a privilege to serve as provost this year as previously to others because of what I think of those defined impacts you have in life. I look today and will look back on each of you, the small role I and we were able to play in your training, in your doctoral work, in your master's work. Because now more than ever, the challenges our society faces need scientists, need researchers, need the talents, experience, the resilience that each of you possess and have honed and will take going forward. You certainly know the challenges we face in terms of pandemics, in health and life expectancy in general, in climate change, and equity across societies. So it gives me great pride to know each of you, your classmates, and others you're joining across the country at leading academic health centers are stepping forward with the individuals who have the commitment, capabilities, and expertise to solve our society's greatest challenges of this century. A new century, but one where we've seen threats already, and we've seen what failure looks like in the midst of a pandemic, and we renew our commitment to understand and do our best to not repeat those failures with the challenges we have going forward, and to understand and communicate the role of science, scientific method, of rigorous inquiry and debate, of dealing with uncertainty, being comfortable with it as you have. You've built certainty along the way, but you've understood that there's uncertainty in understanding the world around us and our universe. So a personal note this year of thanks. Thank you for allowing me to be part of your experience here at the Health Science Center Graduate College. And most of all, congratulations. Your achievements this year are truly remarkable. Best wishes.
It is my privilege as the Dean of the Graduate College to honor the MS and PhD graduates from the University of Oklahoma Health Sciences Center Graduate College. All of you have spent countless hours in class and conducting research, pursuing your MS and PhD degrees, and you and your mentors should be extremely proud of this outstanding accomplishment. As you know, our mission at the Graduate College at the University of Oklahoma Health Sciences Center is to train the next generation of world-class biomedical and healthcare researchers, scientists and health professionals who will identify the basis of human diseases and develop the means to translate these findings into clinical applications to prevent and treat disease. We have provided you with groundbreaking opportunities to train under the excellent mentorship of scientists and healthcare professionals who are conducting research that affects health disparities in the U.S. and across the globe. All that has been achievable because of our purposeful commitment to cross-functional and cross-disciplinary education. Our faculty members in the Graduate College represent many different disciplines and many different programs of study offered through the colleges of allied health, dentistry, medicine, nursing, pharmacy, and public health. You will go down in history as a very special graduating class. You have persevered and shown the most amazing levels of resilience during these challenging and unprecedented times. You have demonstrated flexibility, adaptability, and above all, compassion, empathy, and concern for others. Some of you may have experienced profound personal loss. Yet you have not wavered in your goals and dreams to achieve excellence. You have my greatest admiration and respect. You have arrived here from many places with many different aspirations and dreams. Some of you want to establish research careers in academia, industry, healthcare, or government. Some of you are developing skills to teach the next generations of scientists, while others aim to communicate science to non-specialists. A growing number of you want to become entrepreneurs or consultants in new technologies or patent law. Some of you will choose to develop careers in regulatory and policy matters. We at the Health Sciences Center Graduate College respect and support all your many varied choices. We hope that we have prepared you to achieve these goals. There are other groups today that need special recognition. These are your support groups, your friends, family, colleagues, and your mentors who have been behind you throughout your career. They have nudged, motivated, encouraged, supported, and most of all, believed in you. Congratulations to you all. And now, before I close, I would like to thank and acknowledge two members of the Graduate College for exceptional past service. Ms. Carolyn Ruffin, who served tirelessly and passionately as student coordinator for 33 years and is enjoying a well-deserved retirement. Thank you, Carolyn, for your dedicated service. Our other member, Dr. Michelle Stout, who served as Assistant Dean for Graduate Education and Research for almost 5 years, and is now the Assistant Vice President for Research and serves as OUHSC Research Integrity Officer. Thank you too, Michelle. On a sadder note, we mourn the loss of two of our respected and admired mentors. Dr. Julie Stoner, Professor and Chair of Biostatistics and Epidemiology for many years, and who single-handedly led the MS program in clinical and translational sciences. Dr. David Kem, Professor in the Department of Endocrinology in the College of Medicine. They are missed by all who were fortunate to have known them. It is my great pleasure to introduce our Convocation speaker, Dr. Michael T. Nitzel. Dr. Nitzel is President Emeritus of Missouri State University. After earning his BA from Wheaton College in Illinois, he was awarded a PhD in clinical psychology from the University of Illinois in 1973. He then joined the faculty at the University of Kentucky, where he progressed through the professional ranks and served as director of the clinical psychology program, chair of the Department of Psychology, dean of the Graduate College, and provost. In 2005, he was appointed president of Missouri State University. Following retirement from Missouri State in 2010, he served as senior policy advisor to Missouri Governor Jay Nixon. Dr. Nitzel is the author of more than 10 books, the most recent of which are Degrees and Pedigrees, The Education of America's Top Executives, which is published in 2017, and Coming to Grips with Higher Education, published in 2018. Both were published by Rowman and Littlefield. He is currently the senior contributor to Forbes Online, focusing on higher education. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Nitzel.
Graduates and your family and friends, faculty and staff, guests, hello and thank you for inviting me to be your speaker today. This is my first virtual convocation, just as I suspect it's yours as well. I want to thank the Graduate College of the Oklahoma University Health Sciences Center for giving me this opportunity to speak to you. It's my honor to join you in this ceremony. Even though this celebration is virtual, the basic rule of all commencements and convocations has not changed. The speaker's main job is to not bore the audience. I stand before you now recognizing that my remarks will have a remarkably short half-life in your memory. So I've decided that if I can't be memorable, I will at least be brief. First, I want to congratulate you for getting to the finish line under what have been extraordinarily difficult circumstances the past 2 years. It took your personal abilities and grit, the abiding support of family and friends, and the enviable expertise of this academic health center to surmount the obstacles thrown in your way by the worst public health crisis in 100 years. You persisted and you prevailed. Your individual accomplishments are now ready to become society's gain. My message to you today is simply this. You've earned advanced degrees that are vital to the future of your local communities, the nation, and the world. How useful those degrees, envied and respected by almost everyone, will become depends on what you decide to do with them and how you live your professional lives. Whether you pursue a research career, become a teacher, practice as a clinician, or start your own business, I'd like to suggest 3 simple goals for you to consider as you build lives that will matter. First, set the highest expectations possible for yourself and your contributions to society. Make a personal commitment to cultivate what Morris Berman, in his book, The Twilight of American Culture, termed your heart's imagination. You've acquired a rare expertise, whether it be in allied health, dentistry, medicine, nursing, pharmacy, or public health, that now needs to be turned into a service to others. For several reasons, expertise has become a disfavored quality today. It will be up to you to help it recover. Science is viewed in many quarters with skepticism, if not hostility. Intellectual achievements are minimized, if not ridiculed. And democratic institutions are regarded with suspicion, if not enmity. We live in a post-truth period where conspiracy theories and crackpot ideas flourish. If the facts conflict with someone's sense of identity or political ideology, then the facts are disposable. They can be replaced with notions that feel better or reverberate on social media, no matter how ridiculous. This latest outbreak of anti-intellectualism is particularly disturbing because the stakes of stupidity have increased. Climate change deniers put the planet's viability in peril. Extreme anti-vaccinators subject themselves and others to the ravages of the coronavirus pandemic and other diseases. And a new breed of isolationists threatens the international partnerships that have historically constrained tyrants and terrorists. When false beliefs are widespread, they can lead to trouble. Ultimately, the truth slaps us in the face, striking blows that hurt even more when it's too late to protect against them. As professionals and scholars, you have special obligations in this area and age of widespread deception and gullibility. You must bear the responsibility to combat fraudulent claims and to sort the real from the fake. Can you help others base their beliefs on evidence rather than preference? Can you help them become skeptical of overt lies and utter propaganda? I urge you to not just accept, but to embrace this obligation by taking on the fundamental duty to educate your students and your patients and your customers about the world and how it works, encouraging them to base and to upgrade their beliefs on the basis of accumulated knowledge. You can become an enemy of ignorance if you insist on the importance of accurate information in social discourse and model respect for the importance of facts and data rather than personal preference or political position. Make no mistake, those tasks are not easy. They're often not championed by modern society or encouraged by the media. You'll have to overcome cultural forces that actually discourage high-quality intellectual attainments, encouraging in their stead a mixture of mass market values, technological trappings, vapid entertainment, extremist beliefs, and dumbed-down curricula in too many schools. Second, be determined to become not just a well-trained professional, but also a well-educated citizen with personal habits of thinking and reflection that are both personally rewarding, but also socially helpful. Here are a few suggestions for those habits. Cultivate a taste for artistic and creative expression. Begin to hone an eye for fine art, an ear for great music, and a mind prepared for theater and drama. Practice critical thinking. Now more than ever, we're victimized by our lack of knowledge about the world, especially in areas of science. As a result, we increasingly are more gullible to New Age inanities, confusing astrology with astronomy, Scientology for science, and self-help platitudes for empirical psychology. Become a serious lifelong reader. Reading opens the window to your private self. It's a key to self-knowledge and personal growth. Frankly, not all reading qualifies. Some books are more worthy of reading, studying, and struggling over than others. They can't just be browsed or skimmed. They require you to sink down in a chair and actually concentrate on them. Stay curious about the world. Curiosity is critical to an understanding of the major issues about which you should be well informed. Options for healthcare policy, the local implications of international politics, alternatives for better criminal justice, housing, and child welfare systems, the continuing struggle for civil rights, and the preservation of global resources. A viable democracy depends on its citizens maintaining a curiosity and a desire to be informed. That curiosity, in turn, drives active participation in communities, and it sustains the fundamental activity of our democracy, voting. Third and finally, live your lives with compassion. Compassion is an emotion that compels certain moral values, values that are in too short supply at this time. Empathy with the suffering of others, the recognition of shared vulnerabilities, a realization that strength comes more from linking our arms in togetherness than taking them up in defense. Your capacity for compassion comes as you continue to explore and refine your own interior, as you become more aware of your own emotions, your ability to enjoy, understand, and help others will grow. The contemporary philosopher Martha Nussbaum urged us all to become what she called tragic spectators. Individuals who can appreciate the predicaments to which we are all prone, and who can empathize with the suffering of others, both near and far. Tragic spectators become something special. They become caring people. If you want to make the biggest difference in people's lives, your professional expertise needs to be joined with your personal kindness, your skill in critical thinking with your capacity for empathic feeling, and your engaged mind with an always open heart. Turn your knowledge to the good of others so that it is not merely a feature of your memory, but becomes a benefit to the lives of those you serve. On behalf of the University of Oklahoma and everyone listening today, I want to say that we are privileged to have been part of your development as persons and proud of you as new graduates. I hope you remember this university as an institution that made a difference in your life. Thank you for the efforts you've made to become well educated, and hats off to your family and friends for the encouragement and the support they've provided to you all along the way. We expect much from you. Do good things every day, strive for the great things as often as you can, and treat others with your warmest care. My best wishes for a memorable day and a productive, mindful life.
Thank you, Dr. Nitzel, for that very thoughtful and relevant address. I'm Gillian Eyre, Associate Dean of the Graduate College. Today, we individually honor the MS and PhD graduates from the last 2 years, from summer 2019 through to spring 2021. These students have spent countless hours studying, learning, and conducting research in pursuit of their MS and PhD degrees, and the students and their mentors should be extremely proud of this great accomplishment.
I would like to begin by recognizing the Graduate College banner carriers. These students reflect the ideals of scholarship, service, and research excellence. Representing the class of 2019 to 2020 is Ashley Martin, and Ashley read the land acknowledgement in today's ceremony. Representing the class of 2020 and 2021, Janam Gopalakrishnan. Janam led the posting of the banner in today's ceremony. Also representing the class of 2020-21, Terence Gibson. Terence represented the Graduate College in the university-wide doctoral commencement last night, and he will lead today's recessional. Thank you, banner carriers, for your contributions to the graduate student body. I would also like to recognize students in today's ceremony who maintained the highest GPAs throughout their graduate coursework. Graduating with a GPA of 3.8 to 4 in their doctoral coursework, Jordan Craig Evans, Vasilios Gerakopoulos, Janam Gopalakrishnan, Terence Gibson, Ashley Ann Martin, Eleni Pasuki, and Lane Rodden. Graduating with a 3.8 to 4 in the master's coursework, Rawan Mohammed Mawad and Catherine Murray Moxley. Congratulations to these students on your outstanding academic achievement. In addition, I would like to recognize today's graduates who have received awards for their leadership and scholarly achievements. The Robert M. Byrd Society Award is given to a graduating student who shows a creative contribution to the health sciences. The 2021 recipient of the Robert M. Byrd Society Award is Michelle Zalis. The Outstanding Student Leadership Award is given to a graduating student who has taken leadership roles in the student community. The 2020 recipient of the Outstanding Student Leadership Award is Janam Gopalakrishnan, and Janan also received the 2020 O'Ray Kling Award for Outstanding Graduate Student Leadership. Michelle and Janam, many congratulations. And I will now turn the podium back to Dr. Bourne.
Thank you, Dr. Eyre. It is now time to recognize each graduate with the hooding ceremony. The traditional graduation hood symbolizes the culmination of graduate studies. Graduates, as you participate in this ceremony, we recognize your dedication to learning, mastery of your field, and your transition from student to scholar. It is a pleasure to announce the graduates of the Cell Biology program. For the Doctor of Philosophy degree, Vasilios Gerakopoulos, Mentor Leotiokas, Eleni Patsuki, Mentor Leotiokas. It is a pleasure to announce the graduates of the Clinical and Translational Science program. For the Master of Science degree, Zain Ul Abedin Assad, Mentor Stavros Stavrakis. Amani Kyriakou, Mentor Carrie Ewan. Catherine Marie Moxley, mentors Danny Danasekaran and Joan Walker. It is a pleasure to announce the graduate of the Biostatistics and Epidemiology program. For the Master of Science degree, Rawan Mohammed Mawad, Mentor Nasir Mushtaq. It is a pleasure to announce the graduates of the Health Promotion Sciences program. For the Doctor of Philosophy degree, Leslie Diane Carroll, Mentor Tom Teasdale. Terrence Gibson, mentor Tom Teasdale. It is a pleasure to announce the graduates of the Microbiology and Immunology program. For the Doctor of Philosophy degree, Swelimotu Amatu Amani, mentor Mark Lang. Jordan Craig Evans, mentor Rodney Tweeton. Sapana Cadell, mentor Susan Kovacs. Aaron Livingston, mentor Michelle Callaghan. Michaela Montgomery, mentor Kevin Fuller. It is a pleasure to announce the graduates of the Neuroscience program. For the Doctor of Philosophy degree, Lane Rodden, mentor Sanjay Bedachandan. Michelle Zalis, mentor Rial Towner. It is a pleasure to announce the graduate of the nursing program. For the Doctor of Philosophy degree, Kamitria Jackson, mentor Janet Sullivan Wilson. It is a pleasure to announce the graduate of the Occupational and Environmental Health program. For the Master of Science degree, William Santiago Brillis, mentor Changji Kai. For the Doctor of Philosophy degree, Marcio Luis Soares Becerra, mentor Evan Floyd. It is a pleasure to announce the graduate of the Pathology program. For the Doctor of Philosophy degree, Janam Gopalakrishnan, mentor Patrick Gaffney. It is a pleasure to announce the graduates of the Physiology program. For the Master of Science degree, Amy Welchel, mentor Jianjing Ma. For the Doctor of Philosophy degree, Ashley Ann Martin, mentor Dean Myers. Ashley will be hooded by Dr. Kenan Garrett. It is a pleasure to announce the graduates of the Radiological Sciences program. For the Master of Science degree, Caleb Stalkup, mentor Jagadish Sanad. For the Doctor of Philosophy degree, Binghao Chiang, mentor Salahuddin Ahmad. Hardev Singh Grewal, mentor Salahuddin Ahmad.
This brings our virtual convocation to a close. I would like to thank Dr. Nitzel for an inspiring keynote address, and also a special thank you to our vocalist, Kimberly Hassan. My thanks to all the friends and family members who are gathered together or tuning in from afar to celebrate our talented graduates. Finally, my congratulations to all of you. I wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. I hope that even during this pandemic year, you will be able to find a safe way to celebrate this significant event in your life, and that you and your loved ones are all safe and well and will remain so. Stay well, and please do remember to stay in touch. Good luck.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.